Yep, as you may have heard, it's time to take a quick look at Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures for the Xbox 360. So this is the latest Pac-Man game being released by Namco Bandai Games in Europe, and it takes inspiration from the actual TV series Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures, which is currently airing on Disney XD in the UK. So I'll just be going through a couple of gameplay aspects and showing you what the game has in store. So as you can see, got newfound abilities that you can unlock when you collect the actual berries, or power pellets as older folks will know. And before you can actually access any of the levels, you'll beam straight into this home world, which is what I'm walking around right now. So here you can interact with various different characters from the TV show and see what they've got to say, as well as munch down on some pellets, which will always add up to your total score. But more interestingly, when you complete levels, you collect fruit, and if you collect enough fruit, you can then play on these arcade cabinets which are dotted around these home world levels.
Awesome job, Paxter! Yummy!
So controlling Pac-Man is relatively simple. You just use the analog sticks to move around. Left analog stick controls Pac-Man itself, while the right analog stick controls the camera angle. And then simply to jump is pressed by A, as well as A again to do a double jump, and X to actually chomp on your opponents. And as you have already seen through the video, you can eat power berries or power pellets, and they'll give Pac-Man newfound abilities. So for instance, I'm currently walking around as Ice Pack when you eat the blue ice berry, and this will allow you to freeze opponents and then chomp on them. But some abilities, such as the Ice Pack one, are required to defeat certain ghosts, such as the Flame Ghost, which can only be defeated by using the Ice Pack character.
Take him down!
So in addition to the main campaign mode, which sees Pac-Man travel across 6 different environments, you've also got this offline multiplayer mode. And here in this mode, you can choose one of the 4 main ghosts, such as Inky, Blinky, Pinky and Clyde, and chase down Pac-Man in sort of mazes. So it's basically an opposite of what you'd normally expect from a Pac-Man game, whereas as opposed to playing Pac-Man and chasing ghosts, you're the ghost chasing after Pac-Man. But instead of being in a 2D environment like the original Pac-Man, it's in 3D open mazes. So the objective is, you've got 3 different rounds, and the first person to capture Pac-Man gets 1,000 points and is declared the winner of that round. But also in each round there's Pac-Man's friends, Spiral and Silly. Probably pronounced them wrong. And if you get to capture one of those characters, you get some additional bonus points. But also, to make it a bit more challenging, you can go over item boxes and collect items which use attacks on your opponents, as you just saw there. So that's what you can expect from the gameplay of Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures, and even though it's different to the old style arcade natures of Pac-Man, it does offer some unique gameplay elements, as well as mimic those seen within, say, like Mario 64 or Super Mario 3D Land and Sonic Lost World. But it's a new way of bringing an age-old franchise, especially Pac-Man, to newer markets and newer audiences. So Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures will be available in Europe from the 7th of March, and the game is already available in America.